Hi, and welcome back to another Rise video. Again, my name is Alex, and Rise is the tabletop RPG similar to Dungeons & Dragons that I've been developing on my own. Now, the key and most interesting thing about Rise is all the many different ways that you can customize a character, and one of those ways is through specializations. Specializations allow you to gain up to 9 ranks, and you can choose how many of those ranks you want to pick up as long as you meet the requirements. And within each of those ranks, you get powerful abilities, powers, stunts, and other things that you can do to make your character even better than they were before. Now, instead of being locked into a class like you might be in a different tabletop RPG, you're able to freely pick which specializations you want. And you could put as many ranks as you want into different specializations whenever you level up, as long as you have the points to spend. So the specialization we're going to look at today is the Gladiator. I'm a big fan of the Gladiator. I think the Gladiator is a lot of fun. The Gladiator is strongest when they're fighting in front of a crowd. They specialize in, fighting one-on-one fights or even fights where they're outnumbered. And let's take a look at rank 1 of the Gladiator. But first, I will try to link the artist for this art in the description below if I'm able to find them. Sometimes when I check on Pinterest, I find some picture and it's just like almost impossible to find the original artist for some reason. All right, so first, in order to get the first rank of the Gladiator, you have to meet the first requirement, which is to survive a one-on-one battle in front of a crowd of at least 5 people. And at rank 1's the most complicated because it introduces the Gladiator mechanic, which grants you a glory die. A glory die is a bonus 6-sided dice that you're allowed to use whenever you're making an attack or dealing damage. So you can just add an extra dice to help your attack hit or to deal extra damage. In order to gain glory dice or a glory die, you can spend 1 hour in intense training. And if you do so, you'll be left at a fatigued state of drained, which then you'll have to rest for a little bit afterwards to not be drained anymore. And you can also regain a glory die upon defeating an opponent in a 1v1 combat or by spending a conviction point. And we've gone over conviction points in a previous video. At rank 2, with the Gladiator, you get the stunt, Sway the Crowd, for 3 doubles points. So whenever you make an attack roll, as long as you get 2 of a kind, and those 2 of a kind are a 3 or higher, you can use this stunt. So your actions have gained the favor of spectators, and this rewards a spent glory die to you. So you can regain a glory die that you have spent. At rank 3, you gain access to Gladiator Maneuvers that you can use as free actions, so without having to, use a major or minor action on your turn. And the Gladiator maneuvers that you're able to perform are actually stunts that already exist within the game that you're able to unlock through other means. Now, these stunts that you're able to perform, normally you'd only be able to perform those on your turn, and if you roll doubles while you're attacking. But as the Gladiator, as long as you're spending that glory die, you can do these things. That would be knocking an opponent prone, which you're knocking them down to the ground, reducing their defense, and forcing them to expend part of their next turn just standing up. You can disarm them, causing them to drop their weapon. Or you can skirmish them, which would allow you to move them or yourself a number of meters, depending on what you're expending there. So in requirement 2, in order to move on to the next few ranks, you need to survive a battle where you're outnumbered 2-1 before a crowd of at least 50 people. So we've severely upped the number of people that have to be watching you, and you're outnumbered this time. If you survive that, then at rank 4, if you choose to take it, you can gain a second glory die, and you can recover a glory die whenever you slay any opponent. It doesn't have to just be in a one-on-one battle. At rank 5, at the beginning of any combat encounter, if you would like, you can single out one enemy that you're about to fight and declare a 1v1 battle against that opponent. If they agree with you and you engage in this 1v1, then you gain a +2 to your initiative roll, you gain +2 to all your damage rolls, and it allows you to sway the crowd for only 1 doubles point until the 1v1 ends. Again, swaying the crowd returns you your glory die. At rank 6, when you attack an enemy that's been knocked prone, you deal an additional 2d6 damage. This is huge because you're already getting the opportunity to knock enemies prone. Now, if you knock them prone, you can deal additional damage. Rank 3 allows you to fight and win a one-on-one battle before a crowd of at least 500 people. So if you want to move on to rank 7, 8, and 9, you need to pass requirement 3. Requirement 3, again, you have to fight that 1v1 battle against in front of 500 people. So at least 500 people have to be watching you in this fight. At rank 7, you gain a 3rd glory die, and you can now regain a glory die through training for 15 minutes. However you do that 15-minute training, you'll end up at the fatigued state weary, and you'll have to rest for a little bit afterwards. At rank 8, if you want, you can deal bonus damage for every 100 people that are watching your fight. So if you've got 600 people watching your fight, you're dealing +6 extra damage when you attack your opponents. This could be never come up depending on the situation and campaign you're in, or shoot, I don't know, maybe your whole campaign is based off of gladiator fights and this is coming up every single match, or it's even televised and you're getting thousands of people watching. I have no idea. This could be really broken, or it could never come up at all. And then finally, rank 9, you gain an additional 4th glory die, and you would regain all your glory dice upon entering 1v1 combat. So no longer do you have to, try to finish an opponent or train. As long as you're entering 1v1 battle, you get access to all 4 of your glory die for that battle. Essentially, the Gladiator is the king of 1v1 battles, and if that's your thing, you should definitely pick up some, if not all, the ranks of the Gladiator. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Alex. This has been Rise. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you're more interested in other Rise stuff, please hit the subscribe button so you can see more stuff. I've got a lot of specializations coming up, just a glimpse of them. Whoa, look at all these guys, all these specializations. So there's a ton of specializations coming up. I'm saving all of the magic-based specializations for later because it involves having to go over spells, and it just becomes more complicated and longer. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Alex. This is Rise. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.